Hello, I'm back again with a new videos, powerful my testimony regarding my operation. So when I bring my mom to the airplane and I went back home, so I said I was feeling like pain, like it was awful, bad experience. I would recommend people after operation don't move. And if you have this situation, get somebody to just there to support you, basically. So after that, I just went back home and I remember that day just sitting there and I said, oh God, look at me right now. So I was home and then I have like I say 2 weeks before even to go to hospital. I have an interview in Lehman Transport. It's where I basically have this interview, and I remember it said I have an interview and say straight away to the interview, we won't give you the job. I say to them, up to you. I looked at the director and I looked at them and I say, up to you. Up to you. You can choose to give me the position, or you choose to take me. I was not there like to say like take me, take me, take me, because I know that I was going through a lot, and financially, I cannot lie, the situation was bad, really badly. Even if student finance was paid, but you must pay your rent. You see, when you don't pay your rent, you are just in trouble. So it was really painful. It was painful for me, but thanks, I have jobs in XPO logistic, and at the same time, I went to the interview. That job helped me to pay the rent and helped me to do all transport and everything. So the XPO jobs was there to support me, and I had an interview in Lehman Transportation as a freight rider, and he just straight away, we not give you a job. I said, okay, no problem. So after that, I knew that I could not have the job, so I knew that I had to recovering from the operations. Fortunately, in Xpewa, I told them what happened to me. So in the UK, when you are sick and you've been working, you can claim for help. Like so, I get the sick notes, which is helpful to pay you every week an amount of money regarding the time that you've been working in a company. So I get that sick paid, which helped to pay my rent and which helped me to pay every transportations and anything that I wish to just have it basically. So after this, I just got 2 weeks home, 1 week home, like recovery from the operations, and I got the freight rider organization in my transport call me and say that Veronique, basically we wanted to give you the positions, and I was like really surprised. I still didn't want me there. So I said, wow, I really don't want me there. And I still have the operations things. I take the medicine that I took. It was heavy medicine that when you took that, you feel like you're gonna sleep or you feel like dizzy. Like I was not allowed to. It was not allowed me to move. I was expecting to stay home. So I say yes because I need more money. So I say yes, I need to go to work. So I stay 1 week, and I get because I was working I was working in I was living in Barnsley, and I'm working in Doncaster, and this job was in Normanton, Gasser Forward. So it's kind of like take two train to reach the work, and for the one I was working the Barnsley was like actually one buses to reach there. So I just okay, I can manage this. So I just say to them, I found another job. So and this is according to my study. So I have to. I'm just stop with you guys, and in the future I will may contact you back. So I just get that, and I went back I went that day, I went to work. We even the operation, I still have the problem with my operation. I still feel pain, tired, it was like bad. So I went to work and I said, oh God, like I cannot make it. And at work, like, anyways, I'm not gonna give the details of what happened at work, but this is what happened. I went to work, and then at the same time I applied back to the university for be able to pay to complete my masters. Basically, when I work to Lehman Transport, the pay that I use, the pay that I receive, I paid the two courses that I failed, which is strategic process improvement and project management. So it was actually 850 something pound to pay for that courses. So I managed to pay that. And at the same time, I was trying to say to the business school, I won't come to class. I would just stay home. The plan was to go to work and pay my courses so that I can complete, and at the same time pay my debts that I have in France. Because also in France, I have debts regarding my courses of commercials, MSc Operation Entrepreneurial. So this is what's the plan. Unfortunately, things are not being go like the way I was expected. I just have the email from the, the lecturer. He said, "Yeah, you need to come back to classes, Veronique. Like you are not, if you're not coming to classes, you're gonna lose your place." And I explained to him, I can't come to class because I'm not feeling okay. I can't come to class. How can you be sick? Like you get the operations and you have to pay your courses and you have to go back to school and you have to do all these things. So I say, how can I make it like in that way? Like it was like two parts. How can I make it classes and I go to work, and I moved from Barnsley to Castleforward to be next to work. And if you Castleforward for other cities, it took 2 trains to reach the destination. So I said, okay, how can I make that? So I said to the, I went to classes. I formed the company that I must go to university for something. So I went back there and I just explained. They say, no, Veronique, you need to come to class. It's very important for you. And I say, okay, oh my God, how can I make that? Then the job didn't go well anymore. So I say, I end up like, feel like, oh God, I don't know, I'm going to make it that. I went a couple of times, 2 times like in project management and also in strategic process improvement courses. And I started to do the dissertation at the same time as before that. When I reached went back from the operations, I remember writing the proposal because the military already approved me for writing the dissertation with them. Even if I finished with the COCA and I end up have like no pass my dissertations, I found the military, my portal, and all the organizations approved the proposals, and they just say, okay, we're gonna work for you. Your proposal has been approved, so we're gonna plan the plan for, and the universities have been approved as well. So we're gonna ask you to come to the Bristol and the Ministry of Defense, so have a meeting with the group. So I had that at the same time. So I went back. I have those things was sitting already. So in that, and I still have the operation go on, and I didn't even have the time for covering myself. Yeah, I thought I have any time for myself. I was like go everywhere doing things at the same time. Like it was too much for me. So and then I just get to pay the courses and I passed the 2 modules. Story short, I passed the 2 courses. I end up having the approbation from the university that I can study at home. I have the notes from the hospital and the note from the health center, the doctor of the health center of the current situations. So I provide them the dates that I have the operations from the Dr. Bono, the gynecologist of Dr. Bono, so that I have the approbations to stay home and work at home. But I didn't have any more the job that I have as a freight rider no more, so I was not job no more. So I was looking for job. I was home, like I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna make it out. It's going to be very very difficult for me, like crazy situations right now. So I moved from the where I live. I was not living in Redden anymore because the rent. Oh my God! Every week, every month, I had to pay £450 on my own, like every week, every month. This is what I have to pay it. So it's cheaper. It's like the price of the of a flat. In the UK, can't have a flat or house in this price. So I paid this price, and I have to pay my courses. This was like too much. Like actually, I say I cannot make it like that. So I end up leaving, have a flat, living with somebody. So I live in there with a person, so we can reach there, pay the rent and everything. So he paid the rent and everything, and yes, he helped me so much for a long time to doing that. And this was very very good because it really helped me for doing that. And at the same time, I was looking for job and I was writing my dissertation, and I passed the 2 modules and I was writing the dissertation at the same time. So I could have him from student finance, like I didn't know that I could have contacted student finance to explain the situation, because student finance could provide paid for us, for me, regarding the current situations. They could pay the cost because I was literally very weak, so student finance could have paid. So as I didn't know that, the knowledge that student finance could be paid, I end up paying myself the courses. And the dissertation, actually, I went to back to work, and I pay a little price, like £200, for starting to say that I'm paying the dissertations. And my mom paid €1,000. She's saying she went to the post office in France and sent a Western Union straight away to the business school of 1,000, because they say that I could not complete. If I didn't pay that, I could not complete the dissertation and I couldn't complete the courses. So she has to pay it, and I have to pay it as well. So we didn't know that. We didn't have the knowledge that we could have from student finance help, because I was really sick. I didn't have any information right now about that. The business school didn't say anything at all. The lecturer, I think the lecturer do their own job, but the business school didn't tell me anything at all. So I really feel like I was alone dealing with situations. So from 2019 to 2020, I work after being in operation 2 weeks after end up. I was not supposed to move at all. It's risky to move after an operation. So I work after 2 weeks, work in Lehman, pay the cost, and keep going to work and keep doing things, which was very difficult for me. Like, because I have to be strong, writing the dissertation at home, writing the assignment at home. I was working at home. My classmate was in class, so they get more knowledge. I was on my own with the online work, and they didn't even put in place anything like regarding, like, classes added to the system. Like, no, it's just lecture. You read it on your own and you do your thing on your own. I have meeting with my lecturer every time we set the scheduling to know how we can make it. So I have to go and pick up the train every time. Every time we have a schedule, I have to meet him so that I can complete it, the two assignments. So it was not easy, even for the dissertation. It was not easy at all. I will not say that the lecturer did not, my lecturer supervisor did a good job, because basically be support me in that moment. Was the most difficult time even ever in my life. So I was just getting too upset about this situation. So I remember, as it was so too much difficult for me, I went back to France, and I write the dissertation at home for the military. I always come back home and I write the dissertations for the military, and I was so sad, like that. I was really, really sad. Like, because it didn't have any support. It was like, I you can make it the way, like, is it a racism, so is it an injustice, or is it something else? I can't even, or I have not right to be to have this master. I have not right to be in life, basically, because the distinction of coca is the best ever. It smells so good, and for mold, I end up fell badly. But the price of it. I get the train to go to military. I attend meeting with organizations, the organization's portfolio of the military. They're explaining everything. So I did the survey questions. I finished the dissertation in France and I sent to the mold. When I was in France, they really reply me. They say, it's good. We really like your dissertation.